Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here, and
Thomas, hello.
this is episode 13 of the Farmer Cop podcast. We are rock and rolling. As always, this podcast will be on every platform that exists, if possible.
All of them?
All of them,
Wow,
I think.
that's.
I don't know where it's at, actually. I know
How
it's
are we
on
getting into the
Spotify.
Chinese market for this?
ChinaPodcast.com.
China podcast.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Okay,
But yeah, you should be able to find it in a lot of places. At least you'll find it on Apple and
Spotify,
Spotify.
and YouTube.
Yep, in the YouTubes. If you watch it on YouTube, I make money, so that's where you should be watching.
I agree.
Thank you for your time. And that's the end of this podcast.
I get paid commission sometimes.
Yep. I pay T 40% of the earnings from the podcast.
Right.
Yep. You'll get 40% of the earnings for the one you weren't even on.
I do?
Yeah, because I'm just going to do them all.
Wow.
Our other guests don't get paid.
Thanks, special guests.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate
such a guest.
that very much. What can I buy with that? Like maybe a gumball?
Gumball? Yeah. It's not very much. In case you guys are wondering how much the podcast makes, each episode makes about $5.
Yeah.
So we're rocking in the dough
We're
here.
just rolling it.
We are sitting
honestly.
here right now making a couple bucks an hour.
Boom.
So
Boom.
I know that T's already thought about quitting his real job to do this full time, being a podcast co-host.
I don't know if I'd have it in me.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Would I have to talk to you all day instead of just an hour?
No, we can maybe bump it up to 2 episodes a week.
2 episodes.
You just have to work 2 hours a week. You're not going to get paid very well.
I mean, as soon as I'm making a living wage, I'd be down.
I mean, you could stay here and work for me full time if I only have to pay you $2 an hour.
That. Not.
I'll
that
even
much.
give you overtime.
How much is my overtime?
Oh, time and a half. Oh shit, I'll even give you
Time
double
and
time.
a half.
Double time. Double time if you work over 40 hours a week for Farmer Cop. I can have you work 80 hours a week.
I don't think my wife would be very happy with that.
No, she would not be.
She's already the main breadwinner. I don't think she'd appreciate making magnitudes more than me.
Yeah, probably not.
Honey, I have this great idea. I'm gonna go work for a friend in his basement.
For
Yeah,
how much?
I don't.
Don't worry about the
Oh, just multiple factors less than what I make.
It's just a little less, no big deal.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you see that I'm not getting very much in our bank account, that is accurate. So it's not an issue with payroll or anything.
Right. I'm not living off of this, so
yeah.
Which is why I can ridicule both you and the audience sometimes.
Yep.
And not be afraid.
Yep. I have to be scared though.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, anyhow, last week I said we were pushing 97,000 subs. I lied to you guys. We were pushing 96,000 subs, which we are now over. We're at like 96,150.
Farmer Cop was just so excited.
I was so excited. We're so close to 100K.
He rounded up. He invented 1,000 extra people.
We can look real
that
quick.
liked him.
Let's look at Social Blade. Let's see if I get the right. Boom! I hit the right screen. We go to Social Blade. I've never looked at the Social Security login. It's like, look at your Social Security login.
Look at your Social Security login.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why was?
You know you're showing this on the video.
I
Right?
know.
Okay.
Who has looked up Goat? Now I have to know.
Goat. Who is Goat?
I don't know who Goat is.
How's Goat doing?
It was in my obviously like there that made sense. If you look up here, yeah, these are all people I
It's
look
probably
up. All the
search
channels I
history
follow.
from other things.
Probably, but I've never looked up Goat. I think this everyone can see this because this is all available for everyone. Future productions. If you look here, subscriber milestones. 45 days, March 19th, which is right before I'll head to PAX West. We'll have 100,000 subs according to this. And then that's scary how far that is away. It's crazy that it says this, though. That by 2028, at my current rate, I could be at 1 million subs.
You just have to keep being creative.
Yep.
Keep piping out those good ideas.
Yep.
FC.
Yep.
Let's make it happen.
I'm all about it. But anyhow.
You're all about it.
I'm all about
subscribers sounds great.
Yeah, every subscriber sounds great. I want to take this time to thank all my new subscribers.
All of you.
But yeah, that's our weekly sub update. And I don't have this to put on the screen. We'll go back to the mod here in a second. But the letter I mentioned in the last podcast, The strongly
This
worded
is-
letter from Theezy.
Theezy's letter to Giants.
Yep, to Giant Software about the confusion over the. So let me just find it here.
So after our last episode went live, he texted me and said that he approved of me thinking that those bales looked
Yes,
like
he sent me a text as well. He's like,
tulips.
he said it made me so happy that T also found that those would look like
You didn't
tulips.
tell me that he thought they looked like tulips.
I thought I did in the podcast.
Maybe you did. I don't know.
I thought I did. I could be wrong. So here's what he typed into the AI. He typed in, write a strongly worded letter to Giant Software expressing concern over the fact that the corn symbol in Farming Simulator looks like a tulip. And here's what the AI came up with.
Oh, yeah.
Dear Giant Software, I am writing to express my deep concern over the appearance of the corn symbol in your popular game, Farming Simulator. It has come to my attention that the symbol closely resembles that of a tulip, which not only causes confusion for players, but also diminishes the realism and credibility of the game. As a dedicated player and fan of Farming Simulator, I have spent countless hours in the virtual world of farming and have come to expect a high level of attention to detail and accuracy from your company. It's amazing.
That's great.
I have read it before, but every time I read it, it cracks me up.
So good.
The current corn symbol falls short of these expectations and undermines the otherwise impressive level of realism in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I urge you to take immediate action to address this issue and rectify the mistake. As a leading developer of farming simulation games, it is crucial that your product accurately represent the real-life farming industry. I hope you will take this feedback into consideration and make the necessary changes to ensure the integrity of the game is maintained. Thank you for your time and attention to this manner. Sincerely, your name.
Your name.
It doesn't filled out. He didn't put his name there. He's obviously unwilling to sign this letter.
Yeah,
he's scared.
It's too strongly worded.
Too strong. That was.
Oh, that was very well written.
Yeah. That was, and he didn't give the AI a lot of detail, so it's amazing what was in there based on the details that he provided.
Well, he's probably using the new, I think it's called PTB AI.
Peanut butter and jelly, PB&J. Fried, of course. Cake.
It's a new algorithm.
It's a new algorithm.
The peanut butter and jelly algorithm.
Perfect.
It's very insane how well it can.
It's scary.
Create things.
It's scary. I get ads on like Facebook when I'm scrolling. It's like, use AI to create your content. I'm like,
yeah, you could just manufacture each of these videos. I mean, how would our audience know? We could be reading off a script right now, generated by an AI.
Yeah. All hail the AI. The AI is smarter
Putting in your brownie points early.
Yeah. Thank you, AI, for all you do for us.
Please don't overtake me. In subscriber count.
Oh gosh.
Oh, well done, Theezy, for prompting a robot to make that.
Yep. Well done. Okay.
What was your favorite part about it?
Of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like all of that letter.
I think
it's
the fact that it said, as a leading developer of farming
simulation games. That is pretty good. I love it. There's so many parts that are so funny. Like it's like how the AI like made it sound so much more serious than. Like it makes you be like, we must be talking about something that matters other than the symbol in a farming game.
But it does matter.
According to the AI,
it does matter.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It does, but it doesn't. I'm not convinced by that letter. But I cannot wait to go to PAX East and read that to a Giants employee.
Oh, it would be great.
I'm excited. I should do a video of that.
Maybe a PAX employee or a Giants employee is reading it right now.
They could be.
Listening to it.
Listening to it, yeah. I don't know. I don't think any Giants
creating criticism for yourself via an AI.
Yes.
Please tell me I'm doing a bad job.
Tell me how bad Farmer Cops videos are.
Poetry to my ears.
I can't even think of what it would write. I want to know.
That's a really weird writing prompt.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Do you think it would know I was on YouTube?
Do
you think it would know that I was on YouTube?
Like, I think it knows who you are.
You think it does?
I think it could guess.
Probably. It probably figured it out. I bet it has access to the internet.
Yeah.
Do they give that AI internet? They shouldn't do that.
I mean, it is on
not after 9 p.m. though.
They gave it a very large data. What it's called? I work in this industry somewhat.
They gave it a data thing.
Yeah, they gave it data.
Large
They uploaded
data
it into its brain, and it learned how to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe they downloaded the internet into it.
They could have done that.
Yeah.
I think, am I turning the gain up or down?
The game?
The gain. Sorry.
Gain.
I think I was turning it down.
Get the gains up.
Get the gains. Hashtag gains, bro.
Hashtag gains. Get huge.
Sorry, we turned into frat boys there for a second. I apologize.
That was weird.
Let's go back to the script.
I agree.
Back to what the AI wants us to talk about.
I think it wants us to move on to a movie.
We'll talk about that one. That one's going to go off the rails. We'll get back to that one.
Okay.
I say we do comments from viewers because we had some good comments.
You say. Your order is all out of structure.
I thank you. So from the last one, Brian Oxendine says, I love cheese. Thank you, Brian. Love you, brother.
Yeah, I like cheese
and,
too.
And he said put a hole in the middle and it'll be a donut. I'm assuming he's talking about our peanut butter jellies. For that one, at least.
Oh! That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And he also said, good afternoon, guys. You forgot the butter in the cake as an ingredient. Well, we can put butter on our PB&J and it becomes a cake.
Brian has a good point. Butter is
key.
It's pretty
integral.
Key. It is also ghee.
Ghee?
Ghee. Do you know what ghee is?
No.
Ghee is clarified butter, essentially.
Oh, okay. I thought this was
butter.
I thought this would be another like MS Paint level discoveries.
All right.
Which, speaking of which,
like that.
Speaking of which, where is it at? Stockhead24, a member of the Farmer Cop channel and respected member of my community, goes, to be honest, I have never heard of MS Paint until now.
Okay.
And I responded, thank you, in all caps. I'm not the only one, but I spelled I'm not the only one wrong, so I'm going to edit that real quick. Because I can't. And now I don't look like an idiot. So there we go.
Well, you didn't put an apostrophe in the I'm or capitalize the
Okay. Well, let's just get in here and edit all Farmer Cop's comments. Now I have to edit it because now I know it exists.
Also, Stockhead is misspelled as well.
It can't be. It's his name. Allegedly.
Stockhead?
Stockhead, sure. You can't misspell your name. There. Does that look better for you?
It does. Thank you for using proper grammar.
You're welcome. You're going to write a strongly worded AI letter to me about my grammar
I can't believe that people don't know what MS Paint is. Is this a Zoomer thing?
I don't know. I don't know how old Stockhead is. So I don't
how old are you?
I am allegedly between the ages of 22 and 28.
Oh.
Somewhere in there. I don't usually give out my exact age.
Okay.
I mean, no one watches our podcast enough to the point that it would matter a whole lot. But
only 2 of those years are... Never mind.
Well, the 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That gives 7 possible years
for you to be a
Farmer
Zoomer.
Cop. For me to be a Zoomer. So, what's a Zoomer year?
A Zoomer year? I think it's anything after 95.
Oh, I'm a Zoomer then.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I love how quick it was.
Allegedly.
I love how quick it was.
Are you hiding your identity? Is that why you're not saying it?
Yes.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I cannot confirm or deny the fact that I'm between the ages of 18 and 74.
Woo! Look at that. That's like all the demographics of working age.
74 is not working age, is it?
No. For some people it is.
I am sorry if you're working at 74. Also, good for you if you're working at 74. I will probably not be physically able to do that at that age.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be very effective at playing video games at that
point. Well, I can't be a cop at 74. I mean,
your second job. That's right.
Yeah. I started when I was 21. So if I retired at 74, that would give me, what's 74 minus 21?
74 minus 21?
Yeah.
That's 53.
Is it 53? Let me double check this math. I think you're right. 74 minus, what did I say, 21? So they give me 53 years of service. If I retired then, my retirement based on a retirement system, I would make 111% of what I made before.
Wow.
Because our retirement is 2% per year, plus an extra 0.5% for years 15 to 25. So at 53 years of service, that'd be 106% plus the extra.
I think when you get to that age, though, you'd be endangerment to society and yourself if you're a police officer.
Right, that's why you take an admin job. Right. It's like not on the road anymore.
I want to be out on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Put me in, chief.
Yeah.
No, you're 40 years older than me. Yeah. I'm not putting you in.
We have an admin sergeant that's like probably not safe to work the road anymore. He doesn't even carry a gun at work anymore.
Does he drive a squad car?
No. No.
No.
I mean, he's allowed to, but we don't let him.
You just socially pressure him not to.
He doesn't have anywhere to go, so we just keep him at the station, locked in his office.
Okay. That's kind of sad.
He's a nice guy.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's too old to do this job.
He's too old.
He's not 74 yet, but yeah.
He does admin.
Yeah, he doesn't.
What does the police department need for admin?
Admin?
Like,
oh, there's so many
things.
No, he does so many things
Set
that
up,
I don't want to do.
Potlucks or something?
No, there's so much like admin stuff. That's why they added the admin sergeant spot. There's so many like administrative things the department has to do regularly to like comply with all the laws and stuff like that. And like there's so much administrative things that go behind the scenes that we don't want to deal with.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You've specifically said nothing.
I don't know everything that he does.
What's
but like here's an example.
I just need one.
You know one example?
Yeah, come on.
He sets up potlucks for it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh yeah.
Actually, they decided that there was too much for him to do to be able to set up like parties and stuff for us, so they're trying to find other people to volunteer to set those up. But anyhow,
you're a zero fun.
Yep, zero fun department.
You're a zero fun department.
But no, what does he do? He like for all of our like every time we do any training, he has to go on the state website and upload all of that and like make sure it's all set up.
Oh, so he's just submitting paperwork to the state.
Yes, he does. A lot of it is him filling out paperwork that has to be filled out to make sure we're all in compliance.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I got.
Because if we don't get at least 24 hours of training, which is not enough anyways, every year we get decertified.
Oh.
I normally end up with like around this year. I actually have a lot of training. I'm going to a 2-week collision school, so that'll be 80 hours of training right there. So I'll probably end this year out with like we normally end it out. If you don't go to any outside training, just do the department stuff. You have like 50 hours of training.
Okay.
So, but anyhow, so 24 hours is a very low bar. If you got decertified, you really didn't do anything.
I spent a day learning new things.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
To maintain
copship.
Copship. I don't want to say that again.
I know. It almost sounds like we're trying
really
to swear.
bad.
It does. I don't like that either. Copiness.
Copiness.
Your
copy. Psychic 76 says, "Now I'm just hungry. Thanks."
Reference our PB&Js, of course.
Yeah, our PB&J cakes.
Yep.
Meals, snack things.
And then Bob Ogilvy.
Ogilvy.
Okay.
Ogilvy.
Bob Ogilvy says corn stalks are baled here in Ont, which I believe he means Ontario.
Canada.
The Canada.
Interesting. Why?
Bob, care to answer? You're just gonna be quiet now? I'm just kidding. Bob's gonna respond like, it's a video, guys. Can't respond. It's not even a live stream. Anyhow, all right, Bob. All right, Bob. We'll be waiting for you to get back to us.
The Canadians and their ways.
Someone else made another comment that they sometimes bale it in areas and they use it for like feed or not feed for like bedding for animals.
Sounds scratchy.
Yeah, it does sound scratchy.
Is that pre or post harvesting the actual grain?
Post.
Probably post.
Post. Yeah,
probably post.
Yeah,
we'll kick it in post.
Yeah.
J. Derek Musgrave says fried PB&J is awesome, but something to only have once/twice a year. Too rich. However, PB&J is cake. ... Maybe a layered sponge cake. Bread is spongy. I like my peanut butter sandwich as a single slice folded in half, no jelly. So 3-layer cake, right? 2 sponges with peanut butter layer. I like the way you think, Derek. I like the way you think. You're on the same track. Whoa.
Oh,
I want to get to his fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich comment.
Okay, let me just put that on the peripheral here.
Can you... That sounds awesome. That does sound awesome.
No, it doesn't.
You wouldn't eat a deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I would if they breaded it.
Well, yeah, come on.
Obviously,
they're going to bread it.
That would be pretty good, actually, probably.
Yeah, come on.
I hate to admit that.
You ever had a deep fried Twinkie?
No.
Oh, man.
I always wanted to try deep fried Oreo. I don't like deep fried ice cream.
I've never had deep fried ice cream.
I've tried it.
You're not a fan? Does it stay ice creamy? Like frozen?
They make sure it's like super frozen, like below regular frozen. And then they like bread it and fry it real quick.
Oh.
And so it is still cold in the center.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah, anyway, a deep fried Twinkie is probably the most rich substance I've ever had.
Wow.
And imagine yourself in your prime of just teenage years, being able to eat anything, and you have half, and you can't go on.
Wow.
That was me.
Wow. You know what I
The
used
deep fried peanut.
You know what I used to eat as a teenager?
Is this your huge haul from McDonald's?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think
the
I've talked about it on the
McDonald's
podcast.
Okay, you should specify.
So when I was
Sorry, I'm a bit sick, everybody.
yeah, T's sick. So if you don't like the audio, it's T's fault probably.
It is, honestly.
Okay. So blame T. Let's get some hashtag blame T's down in the comments. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Trending on Twitter.
Turning on to
Blame T.
Well, yeah, back to my McDonald's addiction. I mean, habit, hobby, habit, addiction. Addiction is probably the most.
Well,
accurate.
see,
They don't even know what we're
describe
talking
this
about
to
yet.
me as basically how you would survive, right?
Yeah. So,
Like you kind of actually needed the calories.
I mean, I did, but I didn't need bad calories like that. Like I could eat other things. And
What,
it makes sense when I
Did
describe
you not
this-
have food at home?
No, so I was about to say that. This story makes it sound like my parents refused to feed me. But that's not even remotely true. So I want to just clarify that. So when I was like 16, 17, I worked full-time at I actually did work full-time. I worked full-time at a tire shop and went to school. So every time I got off of school, I got done with school, I'd leave early from school. I'd go work at the tire shop for like 6 hours. And I'd get off work at like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. And then I had a 30-minute drive home, but I was starving by that point. because I hadn't eaten since lunch and I'd worked hard for 6 hours. So I would go get, I'd go to McDonald's and I would get my standard meal and then I would drive home. My parents always ate dinner like around 5:30, which is fine, but they always had leftovers for me, like if I wanted it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want it. I wanted McDonald's. I love McDonald's. And I was making my own money, so I did that. Now, this is not a wise financial decision either, but I can tell you that this would cost a lot more nowadays than it did back then.
It's true.
This was back when McDoubles were $1 a piece and apple pies at McDonald's were $2 for $1.
I can't even imagine that anymore.
No, I can't. Right now, you can't even get a cheeseburger for $1 at McDonald's. I don't feel like. I think it's more than $1. Which is wild. But anyhow, and that wasn't that long ago. Allegedly. Going back to my age. Allegedly, it wasn't that long ago. But anyhow, when I would get normally, and I would have this probably 5 to 6 nights a week, I would go to McDonald's. I would order 8 McDoubles, a large fry, 4 apple pies, and a large Coke. And that's what I had on my way home from work almost every day. So I worked 6 days a week. Because Saturday I'd work a 12-hour day because I didn't have school. And then I'd work the other 5 days.
Let's recount that. You said 6? 8.
8 McDoubles.
8 McDoubles, a large fry.
Yep. With no salt. Of course, that's how I like my McDonald's fries. I'm weird like that.
You like no salt?
Yeah, I like them better that way. I'm weird.
Oh my gosh. McDonald's fries are already the worst thing ever.
Wow! Wow! No, they're some of the best fries in the world.
No,
In the words of Jim Gaffigan, the famous comedian, has your mother ever made something that tasted as good as a McDonald's fry? And you're going to say yes, of course. But because your mother may sometime listen to this. Probably not. But
No,
just in
she
case.
probably won't.
But just in case.
But even then, I'm not afraid to say that my mother makes way better food than McDonald's.
Wow.
Specifically, the fries are a thing that I am willing and ready to call out as terrible. Because, one, they're not even sliced potatoes. They are...
No, why would you want them sliced?
They're potato mush, extruded out of a square tube.
I see where we're going.
And it's just mashed potatoes turned into a square cylinder.
It's what you just described as heaven. It's a fried mashed potato.
Okay,
that
so
is great.
It gets worse. There's
You can't-
soy and dairy in there, so that you can't have friendly for allergen people, which my wife is. So it's already
Praise Jesus, I don't have these.
yeah, it's already
allergens.
gained notoriety in my immediate family because my wife cannot eat them. And third, and probably most importantly, you have a solid 60 seconds to eat those things as fast as possible before they turn into the most stale, sad carbon-based garbage you've ever gazed upon.
So I can't. I think 60 seconds is maybe a little too short of a time period to say it, but there is definitely
There's an exponential
a quick
decrease.
expiration on those.
Those things do not stay good.
And you can't.
If you're not eating them first before everything else,
It's funny. That is true. Like literally, if I'm here, I live like 4 minutes from McDonald's from my current house. 4 minutes.
right?
Because there's 90 McDonald's in the world. No, that's not even true. There's 90 McDonald's within every square mile.
There's 90 McDonald's in the world.
Oh my god. That was an inaccurate statement. That was fake news. I apologize. No, so I literally on my way home, even though I'm gonna go home and eat it, I will eat the fries on my way home because I know
Right.
I don't have.
As soon as you get home,
And as soon as you get home, you eat that first.
Yeah.
Your sandwich can be a little cold and it'll still be fine.
Right.
It's still a burger.
But you're on a time limit.
You're on a time limit for those fries.
Like-
I mean, I love them, but you have 5 minutes.
And also their most expensive thing.
They are for being mashed potatoes.
Can you
I
believe
agree.
that?
I agree. McDonald's fries, if you order just the fry, especially nowadays, like back when I used to do that crazy meal,
Yeah.
it was $1 for a large fry.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, that was a great
Now
deal.
it's like $3.50.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane. That's where most of the cost goes.
We need to have Theezy get that AI to write a strong word to McDonald's about
Oh
their
man,
prices.
I would read that.
I
I'd
would read
circulate that around the internet.
Yeah, because it is.
It's
The dollar
like
menu doesn't
the biggest
exist
scam
anymore.
ever.
I know.
I feel a little bit conflicted because
That
we
is
sold our
what-
potatoes to McDonald's, so
But hey, you know,
yes, it is with the
when it's
territory.
a cash cow, it's a cash cow,
Exactly.
you know?
My mom made those potatoes good. McDonald's ruined them. So there you go.
Oh, God, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Anyway,
But what else was I going to say? I don't know. I don't have anything. Even Jim Gaffigan says that too in his bit. He talks about how good they are, then talks about how they go bad super quick, and then
Yeah.
if you try to microwave them, they turn into packing peanuts, which is pretty accurate. Actually.
yeah, there's
I have tried to microwave them. They turn into like you could probably build a bridge out of those things. That's how hard.
Oh,
they are.
they get sturdy.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
get sturdy. I'm like, this is. I could build some stuff with this. You could build a house out of old McDonald's fries that are microwaved, and it'd be better than a brick house. That would be the firmest house you've ever seen.
You may be correct. I haven't put it to the test, but maybe that
You haven't built a house. Out of
that'd actually
McDonald's
be a
fries.
really fun engineering project.
That would be.
That's like earth saving right there.
Yeah.
You could utilize all the garbage fries that McDonald's produces into something useful. Man, you'd like save the planet.
If we could build houses out of potatoes, that would actually be pretty good. Because
There you
potatoes,
go.
You obviously get a high yield.
I mean, I'm not in engineering school anymore, so for those of you in engineering school, there's you go. There's your there's your A+ project.
And keep us updated.
Yes,
We need,
we
even
need
if
to
it's
know.
a failure, we need to know.
We need to know.
We need to know.
The stats here are important.
So that's Jay Derrick. Jay Derrick again.
He twice. So nice. He commented twice. Crazy random thought. I know you want to protect your guest ID by not showing the cam.
I told him that we don't care about.
Since you are a cop and have a bit of a cop theme, maybe set up those podcasts like an interview room and blur their face like in its interrogation. We get to see you in their body language. That would be great. I would appreciate that.
That would be great.
I would appreciate that very much.
And you said you could be an expert witness on MS Paint.
Oh gosh.
So Jay Derrick has some fantastic comments. Thank you, Jay Derrick.
Thank you.
Um,
Those are good.
Then
First one's fun, right? It's so much better on video. You're right.
Yep, thank you, Brock. And then that was Brock Towsley. And then that Canadian guy said, if someone runs a red light wearing a clown costume, is that an instant win for bingo? Talking about our traffic stop bingo.
Ooh.
That probably would be. I did say great question.
It's gotta be at least the center.
Yeah,
the
that's gotta
center
be.
point.
That's like your wild.
Yeah,
That's like your. You can
easy,
fill
wow.
in any square you want if you get that guy at least.
Mhm.
So I think that's fair. And then Iceberg says, "Oh man, it sounded like T was gonna die of laughter for a bit there. He literally fell out of his
Might
chair.
have been what got me sick, honestly.
It was some intense laughter. I thought I was gonna take you to the ER after that. It was pretty
Really?
bad. Not
Wow.
really, but laughter is
Have
the
you
best
ever-
healing, and it can also be.
Have you ever
injury, so-
responded to a call where somebody was laughing too much?
laughed to death or something? No, I haven't.
No? No laughter related calls?
No, no, I don't think so. I mean, I've had a lot of calls that have caused me to laugh quite a bit,
Okay.
but
Someone could say that that's laughter related.
yep. And Brock is excited to have you back.
Thanks, Brock.
He says, "Yes, T had. I think he meant has returned. Another fantastic podcast."
That's right.
He didn't like those other bozos that we had on here.
What?
I don't think. I
Did
think
he
didn't
actually?
care. No, I don't think so. But he liked you better, obviously. Always even like bring Theezy back.
Thanks, Brock.
But after Theezy's letter to Giant Software, he's never allowed back.
Incredibly
I'm just
kind of
kidding.
you. Okay.
And then Iceberg mentioned the corn stalks. Typically, farmers will bale the corn stalks after the harvester goes through. Usually, it gets used for bedding, if I recall correctly. So there you go.
All right.
Use your corn stalk.
I
And
think
that's
he's
all
well-informed people.
Yeah, and that's all of our comments. Yeah. So this movie idea. Let me mention this briefly. We're not going to go too far off the rails here. Before we podcasted today,
Uh-huh.
I was I was talking with my father.
I don't know anything about this, just so
Nope.
you guys
Yeah,
know.
not a clue. I told him I mentioned on the podcast. He told me he wanted me to ask you if you thought it was a good idea.
Who did? Your dad?
My father. My father came up with this idea that he would come visit me, come for a ride along, and then when I make a traffic stop, run up and just arrest the guy out of the car without telling me anything. And then this whole storyline he created, he's gonna listen to this and he's gonna be upset about my delivery probably.
Oh
But
no.
anyhow,
Wait. Okay.
we just need to have him as a guest on here
So
and have him pitch it.
maybe we should.
That might be better. So there's this crazy idea where the whole story is this is a movie idea. His whole story is him coming to visit his son who works in a police department and goes crazy, and all of his coworkers give the son a hard time about his dad that's going crazy, and then it ends up with somehow the dad going home and it being a happy ending, and dad doesn't go to jail.
Oh,
which is mysterious.
it is mysterious
because he's already committed crimes in this pitch. But
maybe they're forgivable crimes.
I mean,
is that a category?
I mean,
of crime?
that is not in the law. But I mean, everything. Obviously, everything
can be.
I mean, Jesus forgives all. So I can't just go. So moving on from that. Notable mods. Telix Phoenix Winterwolf looks pretty sweet and sour. I don't know why I said that.
Sweet and sour.
Yep, it's there. Frankenmuth got a really cool update, so that's a really good map. We got this map, Urgenvar. Cool map. Did a map tour. Make sure you guys check it out. Hashtag. I don't know. I said hashtag either. I'm off the rails. If you didn't know, I'm a cop in Washington. But
remember what I said about not being afraid?
I was scared. I can't go down this road.
I am scared.
Deerland. Cool map. City of Skur is actually a really cool map as well.
Haven't you done videos on Deerlands?
Yeah, I've done videos on all these maps, as I always do. And then there's some other mods that came out. Michigan Farms got an update.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's what I got. And moving on. Zero. Oh, this one here by Zero Weeda. BR163MS. Very strange name for a map, but a really cool map. So make sure you guys go check that one out. Little Land's pretty good as well. We got some old tractors that were pretty cool last week, like this McCormick here, little McCormick Deering. And the Ballin Road Dairying Farm, that is a really cool map as well. Very unique. It's based on Pemberton Farm, which is a YouTuber.
Pemberton Farm?
The Pemberton Farm. Yeah. Pemberton.
Sorry. Pemberton.
But say it with me now.
Balaam.
Pemberton. Well, I don't think they can use his name on their copyright stuff.
Oh.
Hashtag.
Wait, the YouTuber's name is Pemberton.
Yeah, Pemberton Farms.
Did he make a farm?
Oh my
Did he
goodness.
live on a farm?
We have to look it up now.
I don't. Wait, what's the significance?
They copied his farm.
Oh.
And put it in a farm similar.
Oh. Wait, he's a man that actually has a farm.
Yeah. There's the place there.
Pemberton Farms Marketplace.
I don't know what those are. I don't think it's there. I think that these are wrong. I don't know. This is not going well. I think if we go to YouTube, we'll have better results. I've never watched him or been involved in
Pemberton. Oh.
Pemberton Farm. Yeah, here we go. The Tom Pemberton Farm Life channel.
Can you copyright your own property?
I don't. Well, I think the issue is I don't think Giant Software would have let the map through on my. But it's based after this guy, the Tom Pemberton. Oh, look at that, Driver 53's log right now. Look at that. Anyhow, Tom Pemberton Farm Lot. Any questions, guys? Nope. All right, moving on. There it is for you. Okay. I don't know anything about Pemberton Farm.
Oh, what's that?
Which one?
That one.
More this one?
Yeah.
How did I know that was the one you're talking about?
More power.
You're like, what's that one? You didn't point at anything. You're like, what's that one? I don't know.
There it is. More power.
You like maps with hills or mountains? You think your vehicle doesn't have enough power? This script can help in this situation. It will increase double the power of your motorized vehicle.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
With more power mod
versus
without. 2 miles an hour.
17. Holy smokes.
So if you're having trouble with hills and you play on PC or Mac, because it's a script mod. So.
Exactly. There you go. Power mod. More power to you. Have you ever struggled up a hill before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I should install it. No, I don't want to install it. I like the struggle.
Color configurator.
I think. Oh, this one is really cool, too.
What is that? Is that a bridge?
No, it's a wood crane. Look at this thing.
Mobile wood crane.
Look at this thing.
Different colors?
You set the thing up and it does things.
It does it?
It moves logs from places.
But there's 2 beams in the way.
That's actually a really good question. Looking at this. I don't know. That's a good point.
What do you got to say about that?
Uh,
See, it's there.
I don't know what's going on here then.
Magic.
I don't know how those got over there. Maybe they were just on the ground.
Think
But
it's-
it does kind of
It alludes to the fact that those logs are going over there.
yeah, it kind of says something there. But obviously, even if it turned sideways and went around, it couldn't.
Yeah. Huh.
One of life's great mysteries, right there.
That
That one makes sense. See,
and the-
this is the outside, but here now
Yep,
everything's happening
okay.
in here. Okay.
So, how?
The crane goes back and forth too, which is kind of cool.
Ooh.
But I still don't know how
Are the logs actually short enough?
they go through there.
Yeah.
There's no way. Look how long those logs are. Look how long the logs are on the truck comparatively.
Oh yeah. You're
There's
right.
no way.
Maybe they shrink as they go through.
It's
Because look at those logs. That could possibly be what's happening.
Yeah, that's that one. If you wait a second, I know.
What do
The
you know?
hook turns sideways. They go through longwise.
Hmm.
How did we not figure that out?
Hmm.
We looked at this like this is impossible.
This doesn't make any sense.
How do we not figure that out?
It's a likely story.
That's obviously what happens.
I mean,
But how did we?
I
not
haven't
figure
seen
that
it go any other direction than like that.
out? I guess that's a good point.
This mod doesn't make any sense to me. I can't wrap my head around rotating 90 degrees.
This is too much for you. We're
Hey, cool mod. Good job. You did it.
You did it.
You did it, Kenny.
Was it by Kenny?
You stumped us.
You stumped us, Kenny. No pun intended. Logs. Stumps.
It's a stumpy one. How much? What time are we at? We had other bits to do.
We are. We're only at 38 minutes.
Okay.
So we
That's
have.
good.
Let's go back to this one.
Farmhouse Pack Unaya Atlas.
They're not even seeing what you're talking
Okay,
about.
we're not talking about mods anymore.
I've had enough.
We've finished it.
Finished it. Now, what we need to talk about quickly is pre-order year 2
Is this
season
news?
pass. Kind of, not really.
News, kind of.
This is just an advertisement.
This is just
This is me asking them for their money again.
right.
Yeah. Give me your money.
Shilling up.
Yes. I need your money. Make sure you pre-order year 2 season pass. Here's the big if here. If you pre-order the year 2 season pass or you buy the game itself using my code and show that to me and send me a message, I will buy you any DLC you want.
How do they show it to you?
They just send me a screenshot.
Where?
Like where to send it to me?
Yeah.
Like either an email, Discord, Twitter, or Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah.
You will buy them any DLC they want.
Any DLC. I've done it a few times already.
What's the most expensive DLC?
I think pumps and hoses.
How much is it?
I think it's like $18.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's worth it.
So,
Because then it's
how many subscribers do you have?
96,000.
All right, everybody.
All 96,000.
I need you. You know what to do.
If they bought 96,000 copies of the game, I would be in a lot of trouble with this. But that would be awesome as well. So I'm okay with that trouble.
Okay.
I'll deal with it. I will have to sell my house to buy all these DLCs. But I'll have to hire someone to buy the DLCs.
How long does this last?
Like,
Can people
as
send
long-
this to you for another year and you'll still make good on this?
We'll do this. We'll do up until PAX East,
Up until PAX East.
which is in
you
the
guys
end of
do
March.
that?
Very few people have taken me up on this
Free
deal.
DLC.
Free DLC. If you all you have to do is pre-order the year 2 season pass using my code,
Wow.
or buy the game.
Can you imagine that?
Can you imagine it? Or actually, platinum is $20. Platinum expansion. I'll get that one for them. I think that's the most expensive one.
Ooh.
$19.99 to be specific.
This
so.
is a good deal, guys.
Screaming deal.
Doesn't happen
Screaming
that
deal.
often.
Yep.
That YouTube is willing to fork over the money.
Yep. I'm trying to give you money, but first you have to give me money. It's like a pyramid scheme.
That's what it is.
This is not a scam.
But you're at
But
the
also
bottom, you're at the
sending out
bottom of the
the parts.
period, and everybody else is at the top.
Yes, they
'Cause
want
you're-
more because they get 2 things, and I just
Yeah.
spend money.
You just
All this does is cost me money. My commission off of you using my code will not cover that extra DLC. Not even close.
Oh no.
Oh, but it's okay. No one's done it yet, really. I've had like maybe 4 people do it.
Okay.
So it's not. Yeah.
There you go.
And then Gamer Cop exists still. So that's that.
Good job.
Um,
Have you uploaded anything?
yes. I think.
Since
I
last
like
podcast?
record like actually I think so. I record like 4 videos and
I
then
feel like I'm your manager right now. It's
Well,
like
someone's got to do it. Someone's got to be in
trying to
charge.
keep you in.
Have you even uploaded on
Have
that
you done
channel?
anything yet?
Have you done anything? Are you working? You're going to be working the weekend this time.
Weren't you playing like Mafia City or something?
No,
recently?
it's City of Gangsters.
City of
Pretty
Gangsters.
much, yeah. I love you call it Mafia City. I mean, it pretty much is
I
now.
mean, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it been fun?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I just need more time to play games in my life.
That's true. I can relate.
Yep.
I can relate.
What I thought about doing is maybe getting rid of my friends so I can't spend time with them. Spend more time
Ooh.
gaming.
That's honestly taking up most of your free time.
Yeah. All I need is my YouTube friends, my subscribers. That's all I need to be
Alright.
happy.
All you need is one-way contracts.
As long as people are watching my videos, I know
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I have exactly what I need.
Oh gosh.
All right, fair enough. Oh, City of Gangsters, there it is. Minecraft will continue.
Maybe.
It says will.
It will maybe.
Look forward to new episodes of Minecraft at GamerCon.
My manager said I have to do it now. Sorry.
Yeah,
I have to now.
sorry. You gotta do it, man. People are hungry for Minecraft.
Wow. I mean, they are actually asked a lot about it.
Exactly.
But
That's why you have to do it.
I don't even remember anything about our world, so I might just start over for like the next time.
I think it'd be more fun for you to figure it out again.
To go back on there and be like,
Yeah.
I don't know what we were doing.
What's happening?
What is happening on here? Yep, that would be fun.
I like Minecraft.
I also want to do like a video where like you see those videos on YouTube where they're like 100 days in hardcore mode. Like do like one like
Ooh.
30-minute video that's just like a cut of that. I would enjoy that.
You would?
I think I would enjoy making that video.
There you go.
It would take a long time though. Do you know how many days 100 days in Minecraft is?
How many?
I
Is
think-
that an actual human day?
It's kind of scary. I'm curious. How long is a standard Minecraft day?
I don't know. Also, this feels like.
I'm looking it up. Don't worry.
Are you?
Standard Minecraft day in human time. In human years.
Human years.
I don't know why I looked at it like that.
Is that what popped up?
That was one of the options.
Human years?
Yeah, when I started, I put H in, it's like human years. I'm like,
Oh,
yes.
that's the one.
Ever wonder how long a day is in Minecraft? Sort of covers everything. Well, just tell me.
It doesn't. You have to read the whole article. It's one of those. It's one of those bait and switchers.
How long is a full Minecraft day? An entire Minecraft just 20 minutes in real world time. So 20 minutes times 100 is 2,000 divided by 60. That's 33 hours.
Oh, that's a very long
my
time.
gosh.
You can do it.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to play straight through.
Nah, you got to do that.
No, I get to go to the ER. They'd be like, I've been up for 25 hours. I've only, what have you had to eat and drink? 17 pots of coffee. You're like, oh, that's a problem.
I mean, some of that time you can just spend waiting for the night to pass.
Right. That's so much time.
That's a long time.
That is a long time for one video. It better do well.
How aware are your subscribers of YouTube meta, like those 100-day things?
I don't know.
Are you guys hip? Are you cool?
Are you guys cool?
Are you up to snuff with everything out there?
Yeah, do you guys in the
Do you keep up with the younger crowd? Do you call things gas?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's the new word.
Is that
Gas.
cool?
It's good. It's
Oh
good.
man, that's so
Oh,
gas.
That's gas.
I tell you what's gas with this podcast, and what would be gas is if you use my code to buy a DLC. That'd be gas. And it'd be super gas when you get me to gas you over another
Gas
DLC
you
for
over?
free.
That sounds like a threat.
Um,
What a sketchy episode.
This is gonna require so much editing. Oh gosh. I'm probably gonna have to delete the part where we talk about deleting that part.
That's right.
So it's gonna be a deleteception, and you guys are super confused now.
Welcome to episode 13,
Yeah,
everybody.
But everything is super gas.
Everything's super.
Welcome to episode 17.
Episode 13 is the one where Farmer Cop and I mess up a lot on things that we're not supposed to talk about.
That's because we just. Yep.
It's because I'm sick and I'm leading him astray. I just want to have a conversation with my friend, you know?
Yeah. Well, and you leading me
But you
astray.
guys are here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And the good news is with you leading me astray is I'll just jump right on that train.
Yeah.
I
was like, you're itching.
Yeah.
You're itching to get on there.
I'm itching to get on there. That hypothetical of if your friend jumped off a cliff, would you jump off too? Absolutely, I would.
I'd actually push him aside and jump first.
Yeah, I'd be like, you want to jump on the cliff? Let me do it.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Then you come with me.
Maybe. Exactly. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what a good friend does, folks. Exactly. That's what a real friend is. If your friend isn't willing to push you to the side while they jump off the cliff first, find different friends.
You can't find somebody that'll get into substantially horrible debt with you. You need better friends.
Oh gosh.
You don't have anybody that'll join your Ponzi scheme. You need to get better friends. Hey, I sent you a text message earlier.
Yes. So we're gonna do our first bit of text to 911. We talked about it a long time ago, and we talked about because in the whole background for this, real quick. And by saying, well, it'll take me 30 minutes to give you background. No, I'm just kidding. So in one of our earlier episodes, we talked about how you can text 911, which is a great feature. If you can't call them, you can text them.
It's a great feature.
But then we made fun of it in terms of we talked about what if you did only emojis, and the dispatch had to figure out
emojis.
What was going on.
All right, I've just texted the law enforcement officer or dispatch about my situation.
And Farmer Cop has to now figure out.
Would we like to, with the power of editing, put that up on screen for our viewers right now?
Yes, I think I'm gonna draw it out on MS Paint.
Oh, you are?
For them to see what.
Wow, this is a emoji to MS Paint emergency.
It's a translation, okay?
Oh no. This is a.
You can't find it. Oh, there it is. How do I open this program?
There it is.
It's
Don't worry, it's
Where's
only
my
the
mouse? I
second
lost it.
time he's ever used MS Paint.
Where's my mouse? There it is. I found it.
Oh no, you're so old.
I need to get. Look, it goes to a little thing on there. I can't see that.
It's too big. Your monitors are just too large.
Is that what it is? I got to zoom in.
This is what
Beautiful.
Farmer Cop gets with all of his YouTube money. Is monitor's so large he misses places.
It's because my eyes are bad.
Well, that's what you get for gaming.
Right. All right. So switching over to the.
Have you ever told your viewers how many hours you have
on Farming Simulator?
Yeah.
Yes. One of them didn't believe me. He's like, "That's you're like he's like that's a lie." So I sent him. I sent him a photo.
Isn't it like the equivalent of like 2.5 years of playtime?
Well, if I open my, I am curious what. I don't know about FS22.
No, I remember it was like 5,800 hours.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to edit my Steam out probably. Actually, I think my name's on here. It's fine.
This
but
is just the episode of mistakes. If this is your first time watching, just stop and go watch a different episode.
I thought you were gonna say just go watch a different podcast entirely.
Honestly, go watch somebody else.
We're so bad.
This is such a train wreck right now.
That's okay. Farm Simulator. That one doesn't tell me. So Farm Sim 15, 99.5 hours.
All right.
Nothing. I didn't do YouTube at that point.
Not even a drop in a bucket.
Farm Sim 17, 72 hours. I didn't like it as much, so I went back to 15. Actually.
There you go.
Then 19 is when I started doing YouTube. Halfway through the game cycle.
Oh, you gained 1,000 hours.
6,561.6 hours. 6,561.6 divided by 24. 273.4 days.
Wow. That's just straight. The game is running. Yep. You might not have been actually playing.
Not all that was probably me playing it, but most of it was me playing it. I would say it would be safe to take like 200 or 300 hours off of that.
Of one of your very few precious years, because you're a Zoomer, you spent almost an entire year playing this game.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of sad it's not a full year on there. So we're going to try to go
for you'll get there.
Well, not with Farming Simulator 19, I won't.
Well, what's the sum of all of them?
Well, I guess that's true. If we do the sum, that one, that's not. I had the CD for that one. Yeah, Farm Sim 22. See, I have it. It says it on here, but obviously it's a Giants code, so I don't know. There's probably actually in the XML to look it up.
You'll have to find out.
It'll show me how long the game's been running. I'm sure the game
keeps
track
of it. A resume point.
Yeah, I should. I go to apply for a job somewhere else.
I played a full year of Farming Simulator.
That's what I should do for like applying for an agricultural job.
Wow.
I'll be like, I have I have years experience.
Years.
This is how many
Actually, experience.
8-hour farming simulator days I have.
That's more hours than an actual work year.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
insane.
lot. All right.
Okay, so I sent the law enforcement officer, help. Here's what I sent him. And he's going to recreate it in MS Paint.
Well, if I can find my mouse.
Because I don't know why you've decided to do this, actually.
Oh, there's a mouse. There it is. We need...
It'd be easier to find someplace where you could type it out.
No, this is way better.
This is... Alright.
So the first thing...
Are you going to do color coordination, too?
A little bit. So the first emoji is a car, it looks like. So it's something...
Oh, no. Okay. There's a car. Great.
So
you did a car.
And then we have what looks like a storm cloud.
A storm
just
cloud?
behind, or no, it's like a puff of wind. It kind of does like this number.
Yep.
Like whoosh.
There you go.
Sound effects are important.
Exactly.
It does that. And
this
then
is an official text to the dispatch.
And then there's like an explosion.
Yeah.
Which is that an accurate?
That looks like an explosion. I think for the people watching at home, you understand.
Yeah. So there's that, and then there's this. It's going to be
going much better than I thought.
Thank you. Where's my mouse? Oh, again. Oh, there it is.
Where's my mouse? You need to fix that. You can get a different mouse icon so you can see it.
I should.
I know more about computers.
And then this one's going to be the hard one to draw. So there's a person, a face. It's like an emoji face. Oh, where's my mouse again? I need to not look away. I need to put the phone up here so I can see what I'm doing.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So there's that. And then he's got...
Arts and crafts with FC, everybody.
He's got some eyes.
Yep. Like a face.
That one's bigger than the other. It's okay.
An abomination.
And then this one, he kind of frowning a little bit.
Aw, he's sad.
And then he's got like, it looks like a... Oh, I can't do it in white. I have to do it in color. He's got like a bandage on his head. Not like the almost cowboy hat I drew.
Yeah, he's
got a bandage, so he looks injured.
He's been injured.
So now that I take this into account...
All right, this is the text message I've sent to the police department.
Yeah, we're going to get a bigger... we're going to break this down. So if we look at this image right here... Clearly this happened in a car. Or it has something to do with a car.
A car has been involved.
A car is involved. So this is traffic related. Probably.
Okay.
So now, with that, we know we have a couple possibilities. It's too big of a font here. So as, and I know it's an emergency, but we'll take our time to digest it so you actually know what we're going to.
I like how you called the marker a font.
The marker size. We need
font size is too big.
The font size is too big. So we have a couple things at this point, without taking into account all this. I think we have either a collision. Or like a traffic offense. Abbreviated, of course. Like a road rage or something like that. This one, honestly, this is the part that confuses me the most. Is this part of it? This part confuses me the most. This would go well with my collision and maybe even my traffic offense, but this one leans more towards collision. And this also goes really well to collision. Not so much this. So that's why I'm going to rule out traffic offense. So I'm leaning towards collision right now. As of right now, I'm leaning towards collision. Okay. But then I have to figure out what this is involved. So but there's only one car in here, not two cars. So maybe you hit a hurricane. And that's what caused the collision. or a small tornado.
A hurricane.
The other thing that's kind of honestly looks like in this order, if I took the injured person out, this looks like a car backfire. Like that's what I would say. Like here's like this.
I can see that.
Okay, thank you but based on what you just said there, it has nothing to do with the car backfiring, probably. So I think that based on this, I think I have to go.
You have to make a decision.
I have to go with collision, I think.
A collision.
I am
Define
responding.
Collision.
A car accident, a car collision, a vehicle collision. I'm going to go with you. Oh, wait a second. Is this a pedestrian? You are the pedestrian? This is the boom? The car shot at you with his smoke flames? Okay, final answer. A one vehicle collision.
One vehicle collision.
Yes.
I was describing. Would you like to know?
Yes, I would like to know.
A hit and run.
A hit and run. Like where they hit a person?
Yeah.
Oh, was I supposed to read left to right?
It was somewhat directional because I wanted the puff of zoominess to come out of the car.
Oh, like he's going away from
Yeah,
this.
he's
like
going
here's
away.
the collision.
He's going away from the person.
He left the.
He
Oh,
left the injured person.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. You guys in the chat, I am super curious. Put down below what you thought before we got the answer. As you're watching this, put down what you thought before you got the answer. And if you enjoyed this, let us know so we can do it again next week.
Exactly.
We're gonna do it again next week, anyways. And if you guys tell us
Probably.
you hate it, we'll probably do it anyways because we don't care what you think. I'm just kidding. We care a little bit,
It's kind of.
but also we enjoy this.
Yeah.
This is. If we don't enjoy what we're doing here, then we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I think at least it was a collision of some kind.
So, what were you thinking?
For this,
Yes, a one-car collision.
yeah,
As in, like the car ran into something.
yeah, like he ran into something, and you obviously didn't give dispatch all the information, so.
Oh, okay. How
No,
would
just
you?
kidding.
How would you have emojified
A hit and run?
Hit and run.
Okay, pull Discord up here.
Let's get some actual
Let's see.
hoodly doodly in here.
This, let me message. Can I message myself on Discord?
You might be able to.
Well, shoot. Let's just go down to. Well, this is our private chat with me and Jason, who's my main admin. So I'll just do it in here. No, I need the emojis. Okay.
All right. Hit and run.
So I need to scroll down here to the actual legit emojis.
Can you miss? You can just click on yourself. You
Nope.
can mute yourself.
I can mute myself. That's good. That's probably worthwhile. All
All
right,
right.
emojis. So this is a hit and run.
There's a hit and run.
So we have we have
We've got a lot going on here.
boom.
All right, you got surprise.
No, that's not surprise. That's death. Maybe
That's death. Is
or
he cross-eyed?
he's cross-eyed.
Okay.
So and this we will put on the screen for you guys. Don't you worry. So we have that, and then we need to have some things happen here.
Dead guy.
So dead guy, and then there's a lot of things in here. Okay, so I got a lot to work with here.
This is probably horrible to watch.
Yeah, it's great. No, they're enjoying it. It's great. Actually, you know what? This will be even better. Let's get me a new paint thing,
Yeah, just draw your.
and I'll just draw my emojis out. Let me get back to this screen real quick while we delete this horrific thing. No, we should save that. We probably should save all of them.
I think so.
My first MS Paint is saved, so my second MS Paint will be saved now on there. So that's good. Let's get another paint opened here. Paint is just a fabulous tool. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before.
It's brand new.
It's brand new.
Brand new.
Just heard of it.
It's only been around for the past 50 years.
Yeah, so it's pretty much brand spanking.
Almost 50 years actually.
Yeah.
I think it was invented in the 80s.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You believe that's almost 50 years?
I don't want to believe that, but it is. All right. So here's what I have first. This is our injured person.
Injured guy.
Injured guy.
They
That's
can't see it.
This emoji one. Oh, they can't see it.
They can't see
Sorry.
it.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
I can see it. This is emoji one here.
There you go.
Emoji 2. I do like your puff. I think your puff is important.
Thank you.
I do like that. And I do like the collision part as well, but I think that I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to do that. I think we're going to do the puff.
Puffs don't go that direction.
But they do in my drawing. So this is emoji 2.
All right.
A reverse puff.
So you're already cheating.
And then we have the vehicle.
Your emergency is invalid.
Emergency is invalid.
The sombrero
And
card.
then- Does look like that too, doesn't it?
There it is.
So that's
Okay.
3. And then I need like a divider. So there's like there's emojis that are like this,
What?
that are like squares and then have numbers in them.
You're doing like What?
So then this is scene 1 is what I want dispatch to know.
Scene 1.
This is part 1. So I
Oh
want
my
them to know that. So
goodness.
this will separate it. And then,
What if this is an emergency?
well, I'm going to be searching on my phone trying to emoji this out, obviously. Because my friend just got hit by a car. He's dying.
Like, hey man, I need to find the perfect descriptor.
And then I will probably put another face.
Another face. This is interesting.
So I'm going to have
the same thought pattern.
So here we go. And then you know the guy that has like the monocle, like he's looking at something?
Yeah.
So I'll do that because he's looking for the car. And then I will put a hand, if I can draw it, of him pointing at the car. And then we'll have another car to show that we're talking about the car is what we're pointing at. So another sombrero car down here probably.
Another sombrero car. Boom.
Yeah. And
pointing, the guy's looking and pointing at the car. And then
we'll put a question mark.
Huh?
So they know that we don't know where the car is. We're looking for it, but it's not here. So it left. Clearly a hit and run. Clearly, I don't know anywhere else to put this. And then we'll put a scene end here.
Scene end.
Then we'll know that this is... Where'd my mouse go? There it is. I've been half the podcast looking for my mouse. Let me know that's scene 2. So obviously that's emoji 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is there a third scene?
Oh, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, because I just told him what happened. But now the fact that he's over here dying, we need to let him know that we need medical. So I'm going to draw his face again.
Very
intricate. Thank you.
Very intricate.
So he's there again for number 10. That's what comes after 9. And then I want them to know we need medics here.
How many medics?
So he needs to go. Well, actually, he needs to go to the hospital. So we're going to do another pointing.
Okay. So dead guy.
Actually, no.
Dead guy is pointing at something.
Give me this eraser. Give me the biggest eraser you can. No, it's not an eraser. Oh. So pretend that wasn't there. Can you make the eraser bigger?
Yes.
Got to be a way to do that. All right.
You could have just undone it as well.
Well,
there's a reverse arrow.
This was faster. So I'm just kidding. So I think actually, since this guy was pointing at the car, I don't want him to get confused down here. So we're gonna go back to let's get that. Just regular paintbrush is fine, I think.
Amazing.
So then we want them
to know. Have you been practicing?
No. We want them to know with an arrow.
An arrow? What happened to the finger point?
Well, because this guy's pointing at the car because the car is a criminal.
Oh, I see. So you're saying dead guy needs to go.
Dead guy needs to go to, and we'll do.
What did you write on the car?
Criminal. Abbreviated.
Crin.
Actually, it looks like C-N-I-N. Knin. Anyhow. So we need them to know that he needs to go to the hospital. So there's probably a hospital emoji. But the other thing we could do is...
There actually is a hospital emoji.
Yeah, so we do that one here, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to do this in place of it to show he needs medical attention.
Okay.
And then I think that they need to also know that he doesn't need to go to the hospital like in his own time. That we need a ambulance to take him. So we'll do another arrow.
Another
arrow emoji. And then we will do an ambulance.
How often do you use emojis?
Never. So I don't know what they are. Do they look like this often?
Sort of.
No. Yes.
Maybe?
Yes. Of course.
Maybe a little bit.
So here's the ambulance emoji that may or may not exist because I don't know.
I think it actually does exist.
Okay, that's good.
I think all the cars are going the opposite direction, though.
Well, that's okay.
Usually. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. And there's that. So, and then at the end of that, we will want to make sure they know how important it is. So put an exclamation point.
So, what would actually need to get the cops there? Could you suffice with just scene 1 and 2 to get the police involved?
You could suffice with if you texted this to dispatch, they would be sending someone. They're like that can't. As soon as they got that
dead face,
they would be like, "Please respond to an unattended death. We don't know what it is." It's like, please get there. The main thing dispatch would be angry about here is there's no address. So they'd be trying to ping your phone, trying to figure out where you're at. And of course, I would be this guy, and I would be chasing the car, so my ping would just be all over the place.
Right.
And then I would, of course,
you'd be chasing the car?
Yes, I'd be losing to it though. If he's a good hit and runner. If he's bad, he'll drive 5 miles an hour.
If he's good,
yeah.
crime.
He's
If he's a,
So it depends on his
Professional.
criminal level, yeah, how good he
it's
is.
criminal if you can catch up to him.
Yeah, if you catch up to him. Also, I will note this. I'm gonna make I decided I'm gonna do another set of shorts on my channel that are gonna be my quote unquote public service announcements
Oh,
for
okay.
the world. They're gonna be funny, but they're also gonna be some.
I don't want them to be funny.
Okay, you want to be serious?
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna be serious, so you probably shouldn't watch them.
Okay, I won't.
But my first one was gonna be this. I was looking through recently. I was looking through evidence on a cell phone. We got a cell phone warrant. We pulled all the evidence off, and part of the evidence is in their text messages. So I'm reading the person's text messages. The problem is, going back to emojis as well, as I'm going through their text messages, and people are abbreviating things, in my police report, I don't have the ability to put emojis in my police report, so I literally have to type out what I think the emoji looks like, and I have to type out what I think it means. So I'm typing a paragraph for an emoji, because I somehow have to explain to the prosecutor in an official sounding way. I observed a smiley face, or what appeared to be a smiley face emoji, which I think is an indication the person was happy in this text message. Or they'll type stuff like WYA, and I'll be like, I saw that they typed WIA in this text message, which I recognize as being a slang term and abbreviation of saying, where you at? I had to type so much extra stuff. So if you are going to commit crimes, don't use emojis or abbreviations. Just type all your words out, okay?
Yeah.
That's my public
Use
service
common
announcement.
English.
Yeah. Just type it out like a normal person.
Were there any abbreviated crimes?
No. I mean, there's definitely evidence of a crime in there, but they used a lot of abbreviations, which was frustrating because my police report is like 50 times longer than their text messages ever will be.
That is frustrating.
You know how many pages I typed about one text string?
As soon as we get millennial and Gen Z police chiefs involved, you won't have to go through that anymore. They're like, oh yeah, I gotcha.
Well, if it's not even police chiefs, it's like I somehow have to
Who has to be
the prosecutor?
No, yeah,
because the defense attorney, if I just don't put anything in there, they're going to be like, well, it doesn't matter what age we're in or what people think or know. The defense attorney is going to say, well, how are we supposed to know what this means? So I have to articulate it in my report. That's why.
How are we supposed to know?
How are we supposed to know what this means? This clearly my client meant this. I'm like, no, I know it means this because of this, and I have to articulate.
What's the most incriminating emoji?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like gun baby.
Yeah, probably. That would be pretty incriminating.
That would be.
Oh my goodness.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
I can't.
No, it's clearly a water gun fight.
Clearly, the fence would probably say that. Oh,
Apple
goodness.
recently changed their gun emoji to a water gun. Actually,
Did they really?
Yeah, there's not an actual gun emoji anymore.
Really?
It's a water pistol.
I wonder if Discord did the same thing.
Ooh,
They did.
Water pistol.
They did. The gun is a water gun. Interesting. I bet you that's what's standard now.
Probably water gun issued. Police water gun issued.
Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah, that's what we're
Police
doing
issued
now.
water guns.
That sounds about right. Washington. Sounds about right. Stop! Or I'll use my super soaker on you. Instead of having like a...
That'd actually be somewhat unpleasant.
That would be. It would be awful.
That could be an effective measure.
Especially in the wintertime.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh!
Maybe
That's
we
like...
should start implementing that. I can see that being
one of the officers the other day talked about... it was so funny, though. They were like as a de-escalation tactic, they should try tickling people. I was like... And then they're talking about if it was successful, then they would the state would mandate training on how to tickle. And he'd have to travel around and teach everyone how to tickle through the tickle technique. Which, could you imagine? You're a serious police officer. You're in the serious training. They're like, all right, so if someone tries to attack you, here's how you're going to tickle them. You're like, what? Like, I could not take
You're going to go for the under-over approach.
If tickling doesn't work, because they may not be ticklish, then you may switch to your taser. But not until you've tried tickling.
And, if necessary, super soaker.
Super soaker. If you can get back to your patrol vehicle...
Attain your super
soaker. Make sure you do test the pressure and quantity of water in your super soaker before your shift.
That could be a very effective.
It would actually be.
You imagine how many people just wouldn't want to get wet?
Yeah. That's almost worse than being tased. You'd be like, yeah, you can tase me. At least I won't be soaking wet.
Yeah. You imagine? Just having to walk around with wet pants the rest of the day?
Oh, the worst.
Awful.
Have to go to jail with wet pants on?
Gosh.
Yeah,
Terrible.
just the worst.
Can't believe that would happen. especially if it's cold.
Yeah. That
Oh
was
man, I kind of want to see that happen.
I don't
Are you
wanna-
allowed to use different methods of de-escalation?
That's gonna be probably a no-go. They said, well, I mean, here's the answer.
What if it's a child's toy?
The real answer is it's not okay until you do use it and it works.
Oh, so you just
But if it doesn't work, you're in big trouble. But if it works, they can't really argue with you. So there's that. So it's just a risk.
It's a big risk.
Yeah. So as soon as I get to the point where I have enough subscribers and YouTube I could do full time, I'll start taking these risks.
You'll start
No, I'm
taking
just kidding. I'm
Super
just kidding.
Soaker right?
Yes.
Come on, guys. We need the content.
Because I can't imagine, like, what's the chief going to do? He's going to pull me into his office. Can you explain to me, Officer so-and-so, why you use a super soaker on the suspect while they were fleeing from you? Because I thought it would be an effective way to de-escalate them. And you'll notice that they were in custody without any other uses of force.
Ooh,
So I think it worked.
there you go.
And the chief would be like, yes, but now I have to explain this to the public. Why our officer ran after this guy and super soaked him. I can't imagine the press conference.
I think
Because it'd have to be a serious press
I
conference.
think you would be well loved and liked by everybody.
Excuse me, Chief. Can you explain why your officer employed a super soaker to catch this criminal? Yes, I can. Our officer uses unique and he's a
experimental.
quirky ways to de-escalate situations. And as you can see by the fact that other than frostbite, the suspect has no other injuries from this event. You can see why this is an effective use of force technique, and we will continue to use this on further situations here at the ex-police department.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Thank you for your time.
Amazing. Thank you. That's it. That end of the press.
End of the press conference.
What model of Super Soaker was used?
Yes. It was a PX93-7.
They're gonna start banning Super Soakers. I think they already did actually. You can't get an
Really?
actual Super Soaker.
Really?
They're too effective at Super Soaking.
See? Now we need police issued ones. That's
There you
gonna be
go.
that's my $1 million idea.
Boom.
The Taser company invented the Taser, which all a Taser is just what we call it.
Yeah.
Because that's but there's other companies that make Tasers. We just police don't
They're
use
just
them.
off-brand.
Yeah, they're off-brand. But it's like when you Xerox something. Like
Yeah.
that old phrase, because it was a Xerox machine. That was the brand.
Yeah.
But you're making copies. But Taser, and it's actually the technical name for it is a CEW, or conducted energy weapon.
Yeah.
But we all call them Tasers because that's the brand. So
Sure.
mine will be FCS, Farmer Cop Soakers, for all your police needs.
I love it. I love it. Police issued Super Soakers.
Yeah, we'll have I want some also some that you can carry in your belt that are smaller.
Ooh.
That when you shoot them, like it would kind of look like a taser, but it fires like a small projectile water balloon that explodes on them and doesn't cause injury.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. Oh, we could put pepper spray in them in the balloons.
Oh my
that
gosh. Oh no.
no longer a de-escalation
Please
technique.
tase me. Please tase me. Just don't give me the pepper spray balloon.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I think on that note we wrap it up.
I think so.
Pepper spray balloons. We're over time. I apologize, everyone, but you don't care. You guys want it, so yeah, fine.
We know.
We know what you need. Well, I mean, after I edit stuff, it probably won't be that long.
That's fair.
Edit out the 30 minutes of garbage that we didn't edit. I'm gonna have to listen to this whole one.
Oh. Sorry, FC.
That's okay. It's not your fault entirely.
That's right.
It's mostly my fault.
It's a lot of my fault.
Extreme ownership means I take ownership for this.
Extreme ownership?
Extreme ownership.
What is that like?
It's a philosophy.
What?
It is.
Oh.
You ever heard of the book Extreme Ownership?
No. You have to tell me about it in the next
I
episode.
haven't read it, so I can't talk about it.
Well,
I've heard it's a good book.
we may as well review it on
Definitely.
its cover.
Yeah, we should. I do have it upstairs.
Extreme ownership.
But anyhow, on that note, make sure you guys extreme the like button and extreme subscribe. So on that, yeah, that's it. That's what I got. It's off the rails again. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cup channel. Turn the notification bells on so you don't miss any YouTube videos. That's the fastest I've ever done that.
Like he said.
Like I said. Thomas, do you have anything to add to anything?
I miss Super Soakers.
I do too. We should try to go find some black market super soakers.
Ooh.
And then have like a super
I'm
soaker
down.
fight.
That'd be great.
Like great. We could do like a Nerf fight too. I mean,
Ooh.
we could just do all these.
We could do all that.
All right. Good talk, everyone. Good game. I'll see you guys next on the live stream of our Nerf fight. That'd be kind of cool actually if we each had like a camera mounted to us. There's two screens. Okay, anyhow, we're gonna keep talking forever. We need to end it. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.